The bat signal scans across the sky as it has scanned by hundreds of times past each and every citizen of Gotham in the last 72 hours. It's been 72 hours since anyone has seen Batman. This typically might be excellent news for a table like this, but there is inconveniences. Batman does keep a certain order to Gotham. There's a routine that each of you expect, and there's a fear in people much less powerful than you when the presence of Batman is near. Sure, you're free to do anything. I mean, there's Batgirl, there's Robin, but it's Gotham. How many good guys are left? And how many stay that way? Starting with Catwoman, where do we find you? What have you been getting up to in these 72 hours of a Batman-free Gotham?
Usually it would be wonderful, but all of the regular people have been occupying all of the jewelry stores, so it's kind of an inconvenience. I'm just staying in my penthouse. I don't want to deal with it. 72 hours of silence and good wine.
So we find you cozied up in your penthouse, overlooking Gotham through the large windows. Every once in a while, an obnoxious yellow light does come across your face as the bat signal does pour through your window. Pamela, where have you been spending these 72 hours?
So I've been taking full advantage of Batman not being here. And while all the petty crime is happening downtown where the shops are and stuff like that, I've been in the industrial area because there's not really any workers there. They're all stealing things and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I've been metaphorically and literally planting seeds around the entire industrial area to try and maybe get rid of some of those factories that are emitting some really crazy carbon emissions.
The area around is rather quiet. There are a constant blare of sirens in the background, but there's too many directions for people to go to particularly worry about the seeds that you're planting right now. And you're able to do so without much distraction. A few of the workers, when they first see you, try to toughen up and interact, but you're rather recognizable in Gotham. And upon kind of seeing you turn around and recognizing the green and red, they go running in the other direction and leave you to whatever it is you want to do here, because no one's going to come and save them if they try to stop you. Where's Harvey Dent?
Two-Face flipped a coin that first night on whether or not he was going to go after prosecutors or defense attorneys.
Wow.
And I think he's gone, each night he's gone to a different defense attorney to be judge, jury, and executioner. And it just so happens they were all attorneys that have defended him in the past. So we are 3 down.
Leaving the apartment of one of these prosecutors and heading down the quiet hallway muffles the sounds of the sirens outside. Somebody goes running down the hallway and kind of shoulder checks you on the way by with a TV, a small monitor under their arm as they're running kind of through the halls of that same apartment building. And they kind of just turn to catch your eye, about to kind of hey, watch out, as they shoulder check you, and they absolutely freeze looking at you with the TV.
He pulls out his gun real fast. You slow down, buddy. In his kneecaps.
Oh! He's certainly slowed. The TV in his hand and the bag that was over his shoulder immediately dropped to the ground as his scream echoes through the hallway of the apartment building. You hear the click of a bunch of doors just locking all the way down the hall. Where do we find you?
Yes, Dr. Victor Fries has been in Arkham Asylum. He has been put in a very specialized container where he cannot exist outside of sub-zero temperatures. So he has spent his time in here over the years, toiling and tinkering, and people left him alone because it was too cold in there. And he has developed a new version of the suit that he uses to keep himself cool out in the world. And it is at this moment that he decides to break free with this new power. He puts on this silvery vest that then emanates a sort of stasis field up around his head and down along his arms. And he feels like the power that's surging through it, even though it's not physically there, but it feels very much like his cybernetic enhanced suit that he wore for so many years. Finally powered up again, he smashes through the wall, which is, the DC of it is weakened because of the cold that is emanating out from him. So he freezes this bit of a wall and just smashes it through. And he's off to find Nora, my wife.
As you emerge, there is chaos in Arkham Asylum. There are guards trying to herd together and push people back to cells. You can hear somebody say, "Croc got out! Croc got out!" as they run down the hallways, and there are a lot of them trying to push through and move in that direction as guards are trying to hold people back and failing. There's a few people that are in the standard lab coats that are closing themselves into a room and boarding it on the other side of it. You can see a little bit through the thick glass, and you're able to kind of make your way through, but you'll have to fight through some of the crowds a little bit because everybody's moving where you're moving.
Almost with no emotion on his face whatsoever, he reaches down and pulls out an old trusty weapon that he has rebuilt from scratch, and he fires a beam of icy energy out in front of him, creating a ramp that he then slides away up above the rabble that is down here, creating chaos.
Amazing. You are able to freeze kind of a pathway, and you even see a few of the other inmates try to climb onto the pathway to go up behind you, but it's too slippery and they're sliding back down. All across the city, each of you can see there is a fire in the apartment building that you're in. There is a distant kind of burning that you can see out of your window as more and more of the different kind of windows across the skyline start to light up. And finally, a large building in the center of the city explodes. The side of the building absolutely just erupts out of it as the entire top of the building starts to kind of crumble off of it. It holds without completely falling, but the building looks a little crooked on the top now as smoke and fire pours out of the side of it, filling the sky with smoke. It is one of the tallest buildings in the Gotham skyline, and it is unmissable from any location within the city. Your phone lights up.
Do I recognize the caller ID?
You do. She probably set her own contact photo in your phone. It is a selfie where she's holding the phone and you are there. She is smushing her face up against yours, and it is undoubtedly Harley.
I just put it on speaker and answer, and I'm like, "Darling?"
Well, Selena.
Let me guess, is this something to do with whatever's happening in the center of the city right now?
You're missing all the fun.
Oh no, is that you?
No. Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Look, I was just passing through with explosives.
And so you decided to set them off in the middle of the city. I understand it. I understand.
When else would we have the chance?
True.
What have you done? What have you accomplished?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You know what? You're right. I'll join you.
For real?
Sure.
Are you messing with me?
No. Things are different. I'll have a little fun with you.
Well, that's great, but also we're not going to be alone. I'm inviting a few people because we've got to talk.
You know, I'm not even surprised anymore. And I hang up.
You get a text of an address.
Okay.
An address alone comes to your phone from that same number as you're finishing up at the factory. And it's not unlike her. And the reason that she might text you an address, up to the imagination.
I look at it and I'm satisfied with what I've done. There's steps that may be taken later with everything I've done. So I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready for that. And I sigh and I roll my eyes and I'm like, okay, let's go. We're doing this again.
Two-Face, as you're heading out of the building, that same apartment building, it's very close to the building that was starting to kind of crumble in it. It's one of the larger apartment buildings in the city. You see a bunch of small petty criminals run by, a lot of people that you probably recognize, and a good few that you don't. And you're pretty familiar with most of the criminals in Gotham, and you see an influx of people with different costumes, people with different kind of abnormalities in they might have a large tail that you don't recognize. People that would definitely be recognizable running through your city just outside of it. And at the back of the pack of villains is Harley Quinn. She is chasing the entire pack of those small-time villains with a massive hammer over her shoulder. And she slides to a stop in front of you, kicking up a little bit of dust. Harvey Dent. In the flesh?
He's cleaning off his gun. Miss Quinn.
It's very good to see you.
The pleasure is all Gotham's.
Listen, you seen those people?
The fakers?
Yeah, exactly. Look, I've been out here doing perfectly legal and presentable things for the last 72 hours, and I quite personally am abhorred by the activities of the criminals in this city right now. I think it is probably the responsibility of a few of us that understand order here to maybe move Gotham in the direction that it should be. If we've got a little time, who knows how long before the bat comes back? I'm inviting you to a secret meeting. And she switches hands with her hammer. A meeting of the minds, if you will.
Sounds great.
And she just pulls you with her as she's running down the street, continuing. Running down the street with Harley Quinn literally skipping next to you as she passes by a bunch of other villains in the city. She goes, no, 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 until passing by the outside of Arkham Asylum. And she goes, hold on, I gotta go see if some friends are here. You wanna come?
Yeah, I'll come.
And she just kind of wanders onto the premises extremely confidently, and she's looking around for a couple of people. She's kind of peeking around into the different yards on the outside. She's looking at the holes in the building. Okay, I recognize the shape of that one. And that one. I don't know that one. Oh no, I know that one. Never mind. Sorry, they just changed. That one. In the distance, she sees you and your absolute mission beeline.
Yeah.
Everything frozen directly behind you, and she goes, yeah, that sounds good. Okay. And she bolts towards Mr. Freeze, who you are probably aware of Mr. Freeze, at least, even if you haven't encountered each other. He's been an inmate for quite some time at Arkham Asylum. As she runs towards you, kind of sliding on the ice around you a little bit, she goes, Victor!
Ah, clown.
You made it!
He's still going forward.
Right, and she's kind of sliding alongside you on your ice
skating.
a little bit, ice skating backwards a little.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, going to get Nora?
Are my intentions so transparent as to be icy?
I love it. It's great. Yeah. You are. You got one main thing, and I love that. I think that's great. I'm going to invite you to have another thing.
Oh, another wife?
No.
Oh.
Unless.
No.
No.
I am
Of course
sworn to Nora. I must get to Nora.
Yes, no, okay,
I must
totally.
save her.
Right, absolutely. Here's the problem. Well, you might have heard. The bat is missing.
But the signal, it is there.
And he's not showed up. The signal goes up in the sky, the bat shows up.
At this, he stops the slip and slide and sort of tapers down onto the ground and steps off.
There's a thing at hand that you're trying to get to, but most of the labs in the city have been looted.
But there's sensitive equipment in there.
Yeah, there was.
What? Where did they go?
That's an excellent question. Probably in the pocket of one guy and in the bag of another.
We must find those pockets.
Right.
My wife is in those pockets.
I will help you find it. I will help you find the pockets of that guy.
What is in it for you, clown?
Chaos, destruction, murder,
Sounds
Who
good.
could say?
Yeah.
And friendship, and she slides along like what's left of the ice a little bit.
No, thank you.
She slams her hammer down on the ground, turns to you and says, I said friendship!
Okay, friendship.
Excellent. She puts her hammer back over her shoulder. Did you need anything while we're here?
This guy's a faker. Takes him out. No, we're good. Let's go.
You arrive towards the center of town, following Harley to the address that you were sent, and it is the lobby of a large apartment building. It is a very fancy building in the city. The doorman is gone, and the lights are all off inside as she pushes open what would usually be an automatic door that slides. She's shoving them open a little bit and goes, right this way. Good to see you.
There's a lot more people here than I was expecting.
Right, yes.
You said friends? These are your friends.
Yes, aren't we friends?
We are friends.
We're more associates than friends.
We're gonna go up. I've got a great spot for us all to stay out of the chaos a little bit and talk over what could come of the next little bit of time. Come on. And she leads you to an elevator, and she presses the button. And the power is out in the building, and she presses the button again, and there's no... We're gonna have to take the stairs. It's the penthouse. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It'll be just a sec. And she pulls open a door and starts up the stairs. And if you all
I'll
with her
just
giant hammer.
slowly follow.
Mr. Freeze takes his freeze gun at the center of the stairwell and shoots down, creating an iceberg that's coming up, and that's what he rides as it goes up.
I put a vine around the ice and I climb up the vine all the way up. Okay, I'll meet you guys up there.
Is it a stairwell, like a lot of banners? I think that after walking a couple flights and being I'm not gonna do this in heels, start using the whip to lash yourself all the way up. So then you use the whip to get momentum and keep going up, just
Attack on Titan who?
exactly.
Better get my steps in. Okay.
Old man Dent over here.
And Harley waits for you all at the top of the stairs, having run up with so much energy. And she leads you into the first door on the right. There's only 2 doors at the top floor of this building, and it is a beautiful apartment. The lights are off, but she has a couple of candles that she starts to light in the corner of it. She goes, somebody's messing with the power grid. It's all been very inconvenient, but come on in. There are massive glass windows, arched, that overlook Gotham. It's almost beautiful the way that it's burning right now. It almost makes up for all of the pollution that prevents you from seeing stars. A little bit of sparkle in the sky, at least, as she kind of sits down onto the couch. You're probably wondering why I've brought you all here. I don't want to protect Gotham. I want to be very clear before I say what I'm about to say. But I also don't want it to go to all these chumps. Batman is supposed to deal with them, so we can do our own things. And I keep going to rob someplace, and it's already been robbed. And I go to run down the street, and somebody is running in front of me. And they're not scared of me. They don't even know who I am.
They don't know who you are.
They don't know who I am.
Oh, then we have to do something. No, we can't let that happen.
It did seem like amateur hour out there.
Somebody is funneling people into the city that aren't usually here. They must have heard that Batman's not here and that, I don't know, our city is really prone to crime.
And tourists.
Yeah, which is really silly. The survival rate of tourists is not very high.
But they keep coming.
They do. These aren't tourists. They're just other criminals? They're small-time criminals that usually wouldn't make it in Gotham. And now they get to do whatever they want? That's ridiculous.
So you suggesting we crush these criminals under our mighty fists?
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of. Or we make a big display of villainy, scare them all.
I kind of like the crushing.
Perhaps both?
Perhaps both.
Perhaps both.
We gotta get these people in line. They gotta know to be scared of us, right? They gotta know who runs things.
I see your point. All the jewelry stores are being robbed, and that's kind of inconvenient for me. And I could use a bit of crushing. That sounds fun. I haven't crushed in a while. Yeah.
All of the parks are on fire.
I was gonna say, there is a lot more fossil fuels burning than usual.
Yeah,
Not many regulations around this.
look at that. And she points out the window, and there is a blimp going by with like some kind of symbol on it, like a villain logo. I don't even know who that is.
Do
And they've
villains
got a
have blimps now?
They got a blimp here.
Is that Blimp Man?
Blimp Man?
Have you heard of a blimp man?
I have not heard of any of these people.
Probably from a different universe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Blimp Man.
Blimpy.
Blimp Man just shows up in Gotham.
I've also seen more people with ears and tails, and I think that's my thing. And I'd rather that not happen anymore. I feel like they're infringing on who I am as a person, as a cat. So I'm down for a little murder. Are you down for a little murder?
I'm always down for a
You
little
are
murder.
down for a little murder.
But did you have a spectacle in mind? Something big?
Blow up a building.
You've already done that.
You just blew up a building.
Right. Sorry, I meant to call you guys earlier. Okay, we blow up the police station.
Oh, yes.
How many times has it been blown up, though? Is that a spectacle?
It's really not that big.
And you did that last month.
Well, I don't know, guys. We gotta do something.
We could find my wife Nora and take her, and it would make a big scandal because they're like, "Oh no, we've been watching her for so long."
We don't know where she is.
And that's not a scandal.
I'm out of ideas.
It sounds time consuming.
It does.
Yeah.
But my wife.
You need to stop. My prosthetics. Stop whatever that is. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard.
I've done most acts of villainy at some point. But if we don't do something, this whole city is going to crumble by someone other than us.
It is
Throwing
kind
out
of-
ideas.
Yes.
Is it too much if we round up a bunch of these interlopers and publicly execute them? Is that...
Very good idea,
I
yes.
think that we could maybe set them on fire as well. I don't know, it just seems like fun. It seems like if we're gonna go chaos, we should go all in on chaos,
I love those words.
right? I think I've been spending a lot of time with you. I feel like you're rubbing off on me.
Never enough.
Oh.
Well, how do we feel?
Yes.
Lighting a couple of villains on fire?
We could bring them to Gotham Arena with a big display of sports and then make that the center point of the burning.
Make them fight
like
to
that.
death.
Ooh, good.
I think that's a
I like
wonderful
that.
idea.
Yeah.
This is very fun.
We can test out their absolutely not real powers and see who ends up winning in the end, and then we kill that person,
Oh, that's good.
right?
That seems the most fair.
Yeah. And then we broadcast it so everyone sees.
I like it.
I'm starting to like you.
Yes,
I'm starting
I
to
have
come around.
a mind for entertainment. I never got to explore that part of myself.
Well, now's the time. When else? You're a single...
No, I'm very married.
right.
Excuse you, I have a wife. She is in a snow globe.
Okay.
Oh, me too.
And I have hardened myself to all emotions. And my
Okay.
heart is as cold as ice.
Not an emotion in there, I can tell. Yeah, no.
But a passion for theater. Yeah, all right. I'll give it to you.
I'm a sucker for the bard.
I think if we're doing this in the arena and we collapse it, we could then turn it into a park.
Sure.
That would be lovely.
Okay, I'm in.
Or an ice skating rink.
No.
Okay.
Can we charge them admission? Can we take back all of those jewels that they stole? Because that's kind of a problem.
For the ice skating
me.
rink?
No, for the arena of death.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
we were just going to invite everybody to go ice skating when we were opening a business.
I feel like that defeats your point.
Yeah. I'm just excitable.
We can charge them, but then underlying there can be a lot of fees that they don't see.
White collar crime. I'm in.
Thank goodness it's not blue.
Listen, you've only been out a couple hours.
Yeah.
And you're kind of going through a lot of material.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
A lot of
Scale
material.
it back.
Stagger.
You need to, you need
I'll keep it cool.
space. You space that out.
We can get all of the things that we need, right? We can bring it back here to this lovely secret hideout that I have secured for all of us. We'll gather up all of the supplies that we need, and then we'll go and find some of these criminals. We'll round them up, and we'll take them to the arena. And we'll explain on the way what the rules of the fight are. There's rules?
Fight to the death.
Yeah, that's really,
Fight to the
really
death.
cool. Yeah, that's really it.
No,
Yeah.
Rule.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, let me look around here and see what I've got. And she kind of like sets a bag aside and she pulls out like her own flamethrower and goes, oh, it was me who melted the ice ring. Okay, and she puts that back in and she kind of rummages around for a little bit and she goes, I could have sworn I left something around here. No one else has been here. And as she says that, you hear a loud thud on the roof just above you.
This is the penthouse, no?
Yeah. Oh, and it sounds like multiple footsteps running, heavy footsteps, as they kind of scatter across the ceiling above you. And all of the windows around you, you see ropes drop.
Quinn, did you set us up?
No, definitely not. I did not set us up. I thought this place was really secret. It is incompetence and not maliciousness.
Did you get followed back? Were you kind of obvious about coming to this building after blowing up a building?
You are often very loud.
Yeah, and you're quite recognizable when it comes to your whole look.
Thank you. Was that obvious?
Well, this is not your apartment?
No, of course not.
Well, whose is it?
I don't know. As bodies slide down the ropes along the windows and a loud crash as two of the windows break open and people in like tactical gear fill into the room. All of them are in matching black tactical suits with just their eyes exposed and a mask over the rest of their face. Few of them have guns, but most of them have like large swords, katanas on their sides, a few of them large sticks. There are 6 of them coming in, 3 from either side of the windows. Everybody, let's get an initiative. Each of you have an initiative score. And what is that?
22.
22. Okay, tied for it.
19, right?
Yes.
Mr. Freeze is a little slow. I have a 12.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
getting these muscles moving.
Yeah, you need
But
some
once
more
they
muscle
do,
fit. The people coming in are slowly moving in towards you in like heavy thudded steps. It's very choreographed. It's very methodical. You are faster than any of them in their heavy tactical gear. What would you like to do?
First, I want to look at them and villains, law enforcement, what's going on here?
Why don't you roll a perception check for me?
Okay. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
You know villains when you see them, and these look like henchmen more than anything. They definitely don't look like they are law enforcement. They look like they are private contractors.
Oh. Seeing that they have katanas, I'm going to use my whip to try and take one of the katanas from them and catch it.
Roll it for me.
I want to make it as a specialized attack.
Okay, so if you want to do a special attack, go
Yes.
ahead and roll for that. You'll roll first to see like the actual movement action of
Okay,
it.
okay.
And then we'll roll kind of like the, whether it hits them, the damage of it.
So I just roll my d20 and then add whatever this MA is?
Yes, so
Okay.
that would be your melee attack.
Okay. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
Okay. You're really good at this.
Yeah, I'm really good at my using a whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now,
Yeah.
you're not, are you trying to hurt them?
No,
in
I'm
doing
just
so,
trying
or
to
just trying to disarm them.
Disarm them, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, in even a traditional setting, that does crit
Yeah.
because that is more than 10 over the DC that I set, which was 16.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, that is absolutely a success. Your whip does wrap right around the katana in their hands, and they were like not ready for that.
And then I catch it.
They just stand there like,
I'm gonna hit him with the katana.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I do a really cool swing once I catch it, and then I wanna slash him with the katana.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, roll it, but
Yeah.
let's
Okay,
see.
29.
Okay, and that is, you're okay with lethal damage?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So what did you get for damage?
I got, if I roll the d10, I got a 6 plus 1, which means that I got 14 because I got 7, so then I double it.
Yeah, you hear the sound of the katana slice through after it clatters across the walls on the way, and the tactical gear that this person was wearing, the heavy goggles that were like sitting back on top of their head, and like the general like kind of grip gear that they were carrying to climb up the building all clatters onto 2 different locations around you.
Oh, that's gonna get on the floor.
And it does.
Sorry, Harley. Sorry.
Not my apartment.
True.
That takes us to, that's a 19 initiative for both of you. Who would like to go first?
I will. So I want to use my friend of nature, which means I can control up to 5 nearby plants. I see a lot of house plants in this apartment.
Tons of houseplants.
These ficus are yours.
Okay, so like these 3 guys over here have house plants around them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to control them and just make them like shoot out and grab their feet, like their ankles, to try to swing, like.
Okay, are you
Make them
looking to
fall.
just
Like a trap.
immobilize
Yeah.
them?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
like maybe if they were to like hit the floor on their faces,
Yeah.
they might be knocked out.
So that is going to be a melee test. That's going to
Okay.
be in opposition of my melee test. So what is your total?
Oh man,
It's 7.
I'm rusty.
Okay.
Wilted.
Right. Hey.
I think that you go to connect with the plants, and because this apartment has been kind of abandoned, the plants themselves were already kind of wilting and dying, so they don't quite have the like strength. And when they go to wrap around their ankles and pull, the plants actually just kind of like snap a little bit because their branches are really
That's so sad.
and they like kind of like the plant itself kind of withers on the floor in front of you, and you do not. And in fact, because that was only a 7, and I've got a 17.
That's 10 under.
That's exactly 10 under. That is a critical fail.
Oh no! Oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
Everybody just goes,
Oh, that's kind of rough.
That's why you water your plants.
all
Stay
right.
hydrated.
Stay
Yeah,
hydrated,
stay hydrated.
everyone.
They have one of the like large staffs, and after they go to swing at the plants and they realize the plants are already dead, they look to you as most reasonably the source.
What?
Me?
I suspect. What is your defense stat?
12.
Okay. So they have a success on that. I have another 14 on the die plus 3. So that is going to do 1d6. This one hit hard. Okay.
God.
That's going to be a 5.
Okay.
So that's going to be 5 points of damage. They connect down, trying to kind of go for your side, right at the like center point. They smack with the bow staff, and they kind of expect it to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like, you are stronger than this person,
Yeah.
and they are surprised when they like smack down and you don't move. So they are staying there very close to you.
That's the power of a corset.
Yeah, exactly. It actually
Catches on the boning.
Yeah.
You cannot get through that.
All right, Harvey Dent, Two-Face.
We should probably take one of these guys alive.
The guy with the bow goes, me.
I'm gonna try to shoot that guy. So I'm gonna use so I'm gonna use adjust.
Okay.
Gives me +2 for range attacks.
Okay.
Oh wow, 8 plus 19 plus 2. So
Sorry, what?
29.
29. Yeah, they
29.
have a defense of 11. So cooked. Go for it. Roll
Okay.
that. Roll that damage.
5.
Okay. Now, if you did more than 10 of their defense, that's
a crit.
A crit.
Yeah.
Because I have the judge, I do triple crit damage. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Why did you raise your hand?
And you spoke. That was a very bad idea.
It's really bad. You must be new to Gotham. So sorry.
And in his first and last moments in Gotham, he is not actually dead yet, but this dude is like heaved over in front of you. He is on the ground trying to essentially like army towards back towards where he came in from and towards the rest of his crew. He had been kind of separated by trying to go after Ivy, and is currently trying to like back up out. He's like flipping over, clearly absolutely wrecked, and he is not able to do anything, but he is not currently dead. Is that it for your turn?
That's it for my turn.
Where you want to stay right there? Harley is, of course, going to like run to a group of them and try and give it a good swing with her hammer.
The one with the giant mallet.
Yeah.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I just rolled a 1.
Oh, interesting story.
We're just distracted by each other being there.
Harley does. She like sees you going for the house plants and sees the guys who are standing next to the dead house plants and is like, I got this. And she goes to swing and she gets a little bit distracted by like wondering like, is that a tear for these plants there?
I'm trying to water them.
And she accidentally smashes through another planter right next to him.
I'm just like,
I'm sure they're fine. Right.
Oh, just look away. Just look away.
And the like dirt just kind of pours out onto the ground around it, as well as these like already kind of lifeless houseplants kind of pouring out onto the ground around her.
I feel like everybody takes a pause and just goes,
And like slowly looks over like, oh.
Okay.
spatial awareness. We've talked about this.
Right, and she is going to use her way of physical prowess, and she is going to kind of like leap over them to try and get to the other side, and she's going to get to the window that smashed open, and she's kind of like hanging out of it, looking up at the rooftop.
Mr. Freeze is going to take a wide stance position where he is, sort of as an anchor point, and is going to pull out his freeze ray and aim it at these two that are still standing. He's going to aim low and go for the feet, and he's going to shoot out a freezing ray that they both have to save against.
Ooh, okay.
Otherwise, they become slowed.
Yeah.
And their toesies are cold.
Yeah, the worst punishment.
Okay.
But let me see if I hit first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a ranged attack on both of them. That is an 18 to hit.
An 18 does hit.
Okay. Let's see if they save.
They are not going to save, no.
7 points of damage, and they're both slowed.
They're just slowed, they're not fully incapacitated.
Correct.
But they do almost like move in slow motion as they're trying to kind of go towards you.
Snow motion.
Hey!
You should say snow motion.
You're hired. Freeze! I gotta say it. And then, the ice builds up around their feet, and they get sort of like slowed down because they're too heavy.
And then it is going to be their turn. We're going to move for them as a unit to get through it here. Whoo! Okay, I'm going to switch dice because this one's actually being too good. To be nice to you all, I'll take a different d20.
Just for the villains.
Because, dang, that's moving. Did not do the same for Harley. But it has been really strong for these villains so far for these brutes. Yeah. Hey, all you.
There it is. Oh, and it's
Make it
pretty.
happen.
See?
A heavy little metal one.
Speaking of pretty dice, we've got these dice that are coming in straight from the game.
Yeah, you got that dice. Very cool. One of them with the with another bow staff is going to try and strike at you. They've seen what you've done to others, and they hope you will not do it to them. And they're going to try and strike, and that is a 16 to hit.
My defense is 16.
I think that's going to have to be a meets it, beats it. They're going to hit you.
All right.
That's going to do 5 points of melee damage as they swing with that staff once again. And they're charging towards you as they do, trying to smack down with it. After he strikes, he tries to like reach for a communicator and like presses a button on it a bunch of times. But that's it after he strikes.
Okay.
And just like a little red button, like a little red light on it from the button, like lights up A few more of them are going to attack real quick. We're gonna have, let's see, there's 4 still technically standing properly. 1 is crawling. Crawling, still crawling.
Very slowly.
Yeah, we're gonna go down the line. 1's going to go for each of you. Efficiency. That is a 14 to hit Poison Ivy. What is your defense?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
12.
Okay, so that is going to hit you as well. That is going to be a person who has another katana, and they're gonna go in for like a slice, and they're gonna just kind of slash. They go like essentially down your arm a little bit and create a little bit of a gash there, swinging past you, and that is going to do 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Not a very deep cut, you know?
No.
They really just razor thin. They barely connect.
He's actually too far away but didn't move.
Wow, I really should have taken one step further with that. Huh, they're amateurs.
Yeah.
You know?
Clearly.
All right, attacking Harvey, let's see.
Oh no.
That is a 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
He like fires and it looks like the gun's almost like a little too heavy for him. He didn't quite have the control for it, and it kind of like sprays on the ceiling above you and completely misses. And then lastly, one with, we've got another bow staff is going to attack Mr. Freeze.
Going to try.
A 12.
Not good enough. I have a 16.
Okay.
What I lack in speed, I make up for in defense.
Yeah, sturdy. Goes to swing at you, and tries to connect, but actually gets a little disoriented by this kind of like field around you of your like non-suit suit. And just misses and kind of stumbles a little bit towards you. And that's going to be it for their turn, taking us back up to the top to Selena.
I clearly saw a man who tried to hit me beeping something.
Yeah.
So I'd like to use Codebreaker from the Way of the Infiltrator.
Ooh.
And it's +5 for neutralizing an alarm or surveillance system.
Yeah.
Because clearly I've seen a lot of people pressing alarms under tables while robbing a jewelry store.
Yeah.
So I know what that looks like. It says +5. What do I roll for that?
Does it have a letter?
It
in the
just
front?
says, P. So perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's 6 + 5. I'm going to expend one of my exploit points to
Okay.
make it a 16.
Okay, so typically everyone started with 1 exploit point, except for Catwoman, who has a special ability that gives you a second exploit point to start with.
It's whatever.
So you added your +10 to it.
Yes.
And what does it look like when you go to disable this?
I want to reach one very long fingernail, because clearly he's close enough to me to hit me with a melee attack. And so I just kind of turn it off. I turn off the walkie-talkie, and I'm like, you weren't very subtle.
There is so much like fear in his eyes as you like move your claws past him, and he kind of like freezes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think one of them would be that's like, still kind of slowed in it, so they're not moving very far. So kind of tries to like crane his neck a little bit to avoid your claws as you reach in thinking you were going for a scratch or
As
something.
flavor text, I want to drag my nails gently across his cheek as I pull back, just to make him pee a little bit.
When you press the button on it, because this is what you do, you actually see around the room little red lights turn off on the other comms. So when you switch it off, all their lights go out, and all of them look down at the communicators that are clipped onto their vests. Moving over to Ivy.
I have on my Way of Nature, it's called Flux Vital, and it says self-heal or heal another with 5 HP per level.
Okay.
Can I heal myself 5 HP right now?
Okay.
At least someone can heal.
Okay. Harvey, what you got?
So I have in my Way of the Leader, level 3 local scour. I can give +5 for allies in the same zone to find an object or a clue. Ooh. So I was wanting to give that to Catwoman to see if she can figure out like to use that communicator, or to figure out how to use it against them, maybe?
Identify something from it?
Yeah, identify something from it. So I'll take a step back and I'll do my ranged weapon as well on the guy that is attacking Catwoman, actually, right?
Okay, yeah.
At the same time. So let's do that.
Yeah, so that's the guy with the bow staff that's standing there.
18?
Here. Yeah, an 18 hits.
6.
He takes the hit and he starts to like stumble backwards away from you, and he is slowed a little bit still. He's one of the two that was slowed close up, and he essentially trips out of the window and is hanging on by like a hand. You can literally see the tops of his knuckles hanging on to the sill of the window that he's cracked open. There's broken glass all around his hand as he's hanging on there. And not fallen yet, but is no longer inside the building. Harley is up, and she happens to be on the other windowsill, on the other side of it. And so she's like looking over, and desperately she wants to be on that window. She so badly wants to take a mallet to those knuckles. But instead, you actually see her like reach 2 arms up, and her feet swing back into the room, and then back out as her feet disappear up into what was probably going up to the rooftop, as she disappears out of the window, dragging her hammer behind her, like as it thuds onto the roof as she gets up there, and she's disappearing out of sight. That moves us to Mr. Freeze.
Yes, Mr. Freeze has this enemy in front of him, and he takes his freeze ray, and instead of pointing it at the enemy, points it at himself, at his fists, and he builds up a block of ice around his fist that is protected by the suit, and does an ice punch. And so I'm going to do a melee attack with this thing.
Mr. Freeze is cool.
Yeah!
I did it! I'm so sorry. That was an accident.
It happens to all of us.
23.
A 23 hits.
Yeah!
Tell me how hard you hit him.
Boom, boom. Let me see.
In fact, a 23 hits
Freeze, how hard do you hit him?
so hard that is a crit because it is doubled.
Yeah, I
It's
get to
more than
roll
10
again.
over.
Because I rolled a 1, so
Okay.
at least 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Also, it does have to make a save again, otherwise it goes up from slowed to the next level.
Ooh, okay. Is that on its turn or your turn?
Right now, as it's getting
Okay.
hit.
All right, great. That is a 5.
That's not good enough.
So
So it
is it
goes
now immobilized
immobilized.
completely? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
And on the second roll for damage, I rolled a 6 on the, or an 8 on the D8. And
Oh
so
my
that
God.
explodes. So we've got 9 so far.
Uh-huh.
Plus 7 is 16 points of damage.
How do you finish him?
There is this like small wall that's behind him as well. As Mr. Freeze like bends over, it's almost like he's concealing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he pops up and sucker punches this guy, and he goes flying backwards, almost freezing in place as he does. He hits the back wall and shatters into ice crystals.
That's so messed up.
It's no good. I gotta work on this.
It's no problem.
It's no problem.
No,
It's no problem.
it's nobody's business.
Easy as punch.
Oh, that's it's not. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's just not.
I call out the window to where Harley went and was like, Harley, they're doing it again.
You just see like 2 pigtails come down upside down over the window below you. And she goes, oh, I missed the joke.
It's okay. It'll be a better one later.
You don't want to tell it again? Oh, it's so much funnier when you tell it the second time.
The thing
I'm
is-
being sarcastic. Goodbye. Flips back up.
The joke was no good.
She disappears back up onto the roof. And it is the attacker's turn. So, 1 hanging out the window, 1 shattered to ice crystals. That leaves the
Don't forget the one that got sliced in half.
That's true.
1 sliced in
By its own
half.
katana.
Yeah, they're having a tough time. 2 are still actually standing. And let's see. I think that the first one is actually going to go for you, having seen some things. And that is only a 9 to hit. Nobody can hit you for some reason.
Does not hit.
They keep trying, and for some reason, I think they just get like They see you from one side, and then they catch the other, and they're like, ah!
Every time.
It keeps happening.
That's not nice.
Turn this way.
It's not nice.
They're like, oh my god.
I could be a different person. Doesn't matter what this looks like.
But you're the guy who's here shooting.
I'm them.
And completely misses. The other one is gonna go for you.
They're going to try.
Yeah, they are. And they might. That is a 17.
Dang it.
And going to do 5 points of damage.
So, and this is the katana, right?
Yeah.
As the katana slices down towards Mr. Freeze, there is part of his suit that gets activated, and it cuts a little bit of the damage that comes in by -2. So he actually only takes 3 points.
Ooh,
for a physical
okay.
attack.
Yeah, so it doesn't quite like cut all the way through. You feel just like that little bit that got, but it did protect you a good bit from the attack as the katana slices through and pulls backwards.
Just a little bit of frostbite. No worries.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
No one said anything, but I'm just gonna tell you it was pretty good.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate that.
Well, all sides. It's okay.
As the last one is still like kind of crawling backwards, he's made his way to the same window where the other one is hanging out of the window, and he's going to try and grab onto that person's
No, I think
arm.
it's this guy. This guy right here.
They're gonna try and grab onto his arm to support him, and just barely does so. It isn't doing much. This person is also like pretty roughed up at this point and is hanging onto it, but is leaning his head out of the window as the blimp that has been kind of circling going
Blimp
by drops a ladder, and he tries his best to like climb out onto it. And he lets go of the hand of the other guy as he's like trying to get onto it, and you hear a crash as he makes it onto it, and the one who shot at you as well is going to run to try and jump onto this here blimp. They're gonna try and get out of here. You guys are terrifying.
Yeah.
He is going to run by, since you've backed up a little bit, you're still in the hallway on this side towards those plants where you were healing. So he's actually going to run past Mr. Freeze and Catwoman. So I am going to have him roll a breakaway. It is an opposition test. So that's a dexterity roll.
For us too?
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm rolling against you all.
I crit.
Yay!
Ooh, nice. Ha.
Okay.
That's just ha.
So that's not going to be a success on getting past you. You are welcome to then attack him.
Dope.
Or try and do something on the way out. How did you do?
14.
Okay, so he is able to get past you.
Oh, too slippery.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled really well, so impressive, but not a crit. So what are you gonna do as he's kind of trying to pass by you?
As he's trying to pass by me, I want to like reach out with my claws and dig into his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of like pull him down to the ground.
Okay, you're gonna
Yeah.
try and keep him here.
Yeah, and also claw his heart
Yeah.
if possible.
Of course,
Yeah.
and also claw his
And
heart.
also claw his heart.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're able to do, roll for the actual attack either way. Roll your melee attack.
If they were actually from Gotham, they would know all those sweet moves that we have. Like claw your heart out.
Cat scratch fever.
Oh, it writes itself.
A 20 to hit?
Okay, a
Yeah.
20 most definitely
Is that
hits.
10 above?
It is not. Theirs is an 11.
Boo.
Boo.
Sorry, their defense is an 11.
That's okay.
Very close.
So that's 5 total points.
Yeah, and they are not stronger on their like melee, trying to stop from being immobilized into two, because it's not only attack but being immobilized. And you stop them in their tracks, and they kind of like their feet go out from under them as you slam them down to the ground with your claws like right there into their chest.
For flavor text, obviously, I want to pull my nails slowly out and kind of lick one finger and like stare him in the eyes.
So good.
Absolutely quaking on the ground here as
This is my specialty.
as the like drop ship from these guys, the blimp floats away. It lifts back off into the ground and slowly, very slowly, blimps do not move very quickly, moves away from the building without him. So you are only left with the ones who are in pieces and this guy.
So did the blimp move before I got my turn? Like at
Yes.
the top? Crap.
Yeah, so the blimp has moved away. They used their turn to
Okay.
get out.
Okay.
And you
How
were able
many-
to stop this one.
How many of them got one just jumped onto the blimp, or?
So, yeah, realistically, successfully, only one got onto it.
Okay.
The
The
other
other fell.
tried because they fell off of the building,
Right.
and you guys killed the rest.
Okay.
So one
Yay.
successfully got onto a blimp.
And the only one that is left alive, quote unquote, is the one that I just stabbed.
Yeah. Who is still alive currently, but very injured. Has taken a
Perhaps
couple of
it is
hits.
time for some interrogation.
I feel like this is the ball's in your court. All I do is, if you let me at him, I will absolutely rip his heart out. I'm really in the clawing mood.
Wait, did that guy that's hanging out the window fall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was a little crash. He tried.
I think the ball's in your court, actually, because I did give you the local scour, so you have a
Right.
+5 to find any objects or clues.
That is true.
I would consider an interrogation to be like finding out kind of clues.
I crouch down and I put one finger back into one of the holes.
Stop, please.
I'll stop when you tell me who sent you.
No.
Mr. Freeze shoots one of his legs with the freeze ray, or the foot rather. Just is like,
Oh my god, okay. He looks around at each and every one of you, trying to see, like, I think you recognize somebody weighing the odds a little bit when looking out. I don't really know him. I work for an agency. I'm a private hire. They promised us that something about this town makes people more powerful, stronger. I don't know. There's like pits somewhere, and the stuff is really strong here.
The Lazarus pits?
Yeah. He used that word. There's some kind of like a chemical, right? You guys are all freaky. That's probably.
All right, we are going to ignore that. But in my research for my wife Nora, trying to regenerate her, I heard of the Lazarus pits. These are special chemicals that will bring someone back to life.
But why are you here now in this building attacking us?
Oh, well, you guys are kind of well known.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But why us?
We were sent here. I don't know. We get a mission. It comes in and we go. We were told that we would get money and also that it would make us stronger. It would make us like you guys.
I put another nail in his
Oh my
chest.
God, why? I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Well, you haven't told us the name of whoever dispatched you, whatever corporation you're with. And also, I just don't like you.
Yeah, and do you have a cool name too?
Yeah.
It's like Mark. I already know it.
It's not Mark.
It's probably
What
like
is it? It's not
Steven,
Mark. What is
Kyle.
Nate.
And I put a third nail in his chest.
Nitro Nate. It's Nitro Nate.
I freeze his other foot.
Nitro Nate?
Yeah. I didn't get to the part.
Oh, this is sad.
I didn't get to do anything.
Sad.
Are they like the whipped cream canisters?
Yeah, he's doing
like
it.
the little.
Whip it. This
Yeah,
guy's just doing whip it.
Yeah.
That's how he gets his like power.
Well, look, if we're able to do this, we'll be just as powerful as you guys. Why do you guys get to sit on all of the stuff? Okay?
Because this was our city
This
first.
is our turf. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've kind of been at this a little bit.
Wait, you're not from Gotham either?
No.
Where are you from?
Oh, I move around. I travel. We're a worldwide organization.
Travel?
Worldwide?
Wait, what's the name of this organization?
I jiggle the nails.
We're called Red Cipher, and we're hired killers. We have nothing to do with this, but the guy who hired us is big time. I don't know. He's somebody who does interact here. I don't know if he's from here, but he hates you guys a lot.
That happens. Yeah.
They hate us
does
because they
anyone-
ain't us.
Could you name anyone that would have something against you guys?
So
We don't have that much time.
might be like one or two people.
It's a lot. There's a lot.
Okay, I only saw him once. He had weird facial hair. he had like a
Was it you?
messed
Oh,
up
no.
I don't have
sideburns.
weird facial
You're
hair.
right.
No, you just have a weird face.
God,
You set yourself up for that one. I'm sorry.
not in front of Nitrous Nate, please.
Thank you for using my proper name.
You having a cool suit of some sort?
Yeah. You guys all have cool suits.
Yeah, what does
He
his
looks like
look
one of
like?
you
Narrow it
guys.
down.
It's green. I don't know.
Does-
Big collar. Looks kind of ridiculous.
Most people
Weird
look
sideburns that go up his face.
Yeah, I want to roll to see if this is someone I've ever put away.
Yeah. All right.
9 plus 6, 15 plus. Do I add my intelligence to it? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, 19.
Okay. Yeah, with a 19, you know that this is somebody that you have tried to put away. The distinct description of the sideburns, the green suit, sounds most likely like Ra's al Ghul. And it makes sense in the mentions of the Lazarus pit as well. Somebody who is promising people regeneration, promising them power and life, as Ra's has kind of been known to do. But it does seem that he is inviting people from outside of Gotham to come in and get that.
He's a bad dude. Leader of the League of Shadows.
Ra's al Ghul. The sideburns. Ah, yes, I see it now.
Here's the thing about the pit, too. Every time you go through it, you get a little zany in your head. That guy does not have it all up here, if you know what I mean.
But then what would be his point?
Why does he want to share it?
He wouldn't want to share it.
But if it makes
immortality.
everyone a little woo-woo, perhaps he can control them.
Oh, like a little league.
And there's no crying in baseball. Is what I heard.
He's going to start kind of doing what the other guy did.
I
Inching
want to
towards the window.
drag him back.
Oh, no.
That walkie-talkie on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Does it contact who you work with?
Yeah.
Give it. Use your hands.
Are you going to stab my hand if I reach for it?
Oh, you got me. Oh, man, he's smart.
Oh,
He's
wow.
picking up on it. Yeah. And I just snatch it off his shoulder.
He was like a little entranced by you calling him smart. Goodness, okay. Okay, I mean, they're gonna know you're not me, so you probably need me alive, because I can talk to them, right? I can tell them I got you guys. You could keep me with you. Once I get into the Lazarus pit, I'm gonna be just like you guys. Nitrous Nate isn't just gonna be from these little canisters. I'm gonna get nitrous powers. I figure if I blow myself up,
I
in the
interrupt
le-
you and I throw vines into like the hole that that Catwoman made on your chest, and I just like rip him apart because I'm like, I need to shut this guy up.
Thank you.
Honestly, he just kept yapping.
Yeah, I
Nitrous
just
Nate.
we got things
guys,
to do.
Guys, is that what we sound like when we're
There's
that
no
what-
way.
no,
That guy
is
was
that
like
us?
He's
so annoying.
He's so lame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wannabe, try hard.
Also,
yeah.
they keep saying they want to be like us. This is kind of getting offensive.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like
yeah.
that's what they think we're like? No.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see the two pigtails pop down from the window again and go, I had a feeling in my heart that Ivy just killed someone, am I right?
Yeah.
This guy got weed whacked.
I love it, he's got him for everybody.
Hurley, I'm going to leave if he keeps doing this.
Oh no.
No, give her a cat one.
Right now?
Something. Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty solid.
Okay, that was fine. I'll stay. It was kind of funny.
Oh, right, I have bad news.
Oh?
You know our really good idea. Our super good idea.
Oh, the Coliseum of Death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to like televise it,
Yeah.
I think someone beat us to it.
Oh?
And she signals for you all to come up to the roof.
Yeah, we all
Like
go.
through the stairs?
No, absolutely not.
No,
She's
outside
like there on the
scale the
side
wall.
of it. Yeah.
Well, I'm a cat, so
Exactly.
I scale.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
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 I
How
walk.
are you getting up?
My rings just closed.
Oh, nice. I don't know what this is.
Yeah,
It came out after I was incarcerated.
I'll explain it on the way.
I just throw a vine like up there, and then I just rope. I'm just like, we're not waiting for you, Harvey. I rope, like a vine around it, and I just drag him up also.
Just stopping the boomers from yapping.
You see lights from the stadium kicked on, kind of moving throughout the sky alongside the bat signal still out there.
They can do that because they're solar powered. The rest of the city is. So, just saying.
Did you have something to do with that?
I might have manipulated some government officials to do a little bit more for some green initiative in the city.
I love when you manipulate government officials.
What can I say?
And she points to the screen on the side of the blimp that's getting a little further in the distance now, and you see 5 figures standing in the center of the stadium that you were planning to go to, and they look kind of familiar, but not quite. You see one masculine figure with like shredded abs covered in vines, kind of like greenery forming a outfit that has pauldrons on the shoulders and like a piece just coming up around the side. You see another person standing next to him, standing in a kind of like almost cat-like pose. She has a full mask on that comes to 2 pointed ears. She wears green and gold in a short little mini skirt and a low-cut top, and she holds a blade on her back. You see somebody that looks kind of clown-like, with a diamond pattern all across her outfit and diamond pattern mask on her face as well. And you see somebody in a purple suit that looks kind of proper, stands next to and kind of behind them a little bit with like a stern, serious look on his face. And lastly, you see a man wearing thick goggles, carrying a large gun with like frosted bits all along the edge of it, on the other side of them, holding it kind of at the ready as they broadcast out to you all. One of the voices comes over. My name is Julie, and we've come to Gotham, and we're so happy to be here with all of you. The person holding the large frosted gun steps forward and goes, yeah, listen up, Gotham, your own protector's not here. This place is going to be ours now, but just to prove our power, we're going to be gathering. If any of you would like to come and challenge somebody else, we're going to do a bit of a bracket system to see who gets to hold a little bit of power in the new Gotham.
Didn't I say
That's our sins. They stole our gig.
Just a couple of copycats.
Were they listening in on our conversation? I mean,
Yeah, these guys need to chill.
is this becoming a thing now?
They're rubbing off on me.
You see that this is like a news broadcast, and the little band that goes across the bottom of the screen has names that go across it. It says Captain Cold, Cheshire, the Floronic Man, the Gambler, and Julie.
Captain Cold.
Is she supposed to be like a cat or something? Because first of all, she looks very gaudy. Second of all, green and gold. All right, try hard. Third of all, blades. Disgusting.
Who needs them?
Who needs them when you have nails? This is what I'm saying. I feel like it's just, it's too much, you know?
Hey, if you guys noticed, there wasn't like a regular guy on their team.
Yeah.
They kind of.
Yeah.
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 It's almost.
It's kind of like just being a regular guy would be a little useless in
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
an arena
yeah.
to the death game or
Yeah,
something
but he
like
had
that.
a nice suit on.
Yeah. You think any of those guys knew about the law or?
I mean, I feel like maybe the guy in a suit probably worked at like a law firm once.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like a,
like really powerful.
I would say like a
Like
paralegal.
no one would want to like mess with him because he knew so much about the law.
Well, he probably had some spare change in his pocket.
He
Yeah,
wasn't just like
yeah.
upset and knew about the law. That probably wasn't just like his only thing.
No.
He has
It's
a
about
large
half an
gun.
idea you've got there.
Yeah,
Okay, it's funny when she does it. Yeah.
Okay, guy.
As you're kind of looking, He takes out a little deck of cards and he like flips them open and flips them back closed and he tucks them into his suit pocket. Presumably that one might be the
A
gambler.
real gambler, that one.
Okay.
I wonder if Captain Cold has a wife.
Are you interested?
I mean, I don't
Harlan's
know.
like,
I know, Nora is for me
oh.
only. Maybe.
I mean, you guys are kind of a match made in Iceland.
When hell has frozen over.
Oh, okay. This is really, we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Come on! Julie? She's only half of something. She doesn't even do anything on her own. I'm not. I have my own thing.
You're,
Yeah.
you're
You
love
very,
you.
own
very
person.
much.
Yes.
Joker
Completely.
who?
No codependency issues.
Absolutely
No!
not. No,
That was
no,
never an
no.
issue for us.
You are so strong and independent.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
Really?
As a friend.
Boy, I've been there before.
Is that how you and Nora met and now you've been together forever?
Yeah, kind of. She's in a snow globe and she listens to me. She's a very good listener. She doesn't say anything.
Woof.
All right.
Buddy, that was a different time. I'm just saying.
And I will save her from the terminal illness that she has that I have halted with my ice.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
didn't know that part?
That's kind of sweet.
It's romantic.
Yeah.
But she had to stay in a snow globe?
Oh, it's a sort of theme. It's my aesthetic.
Oh, could you have put her somewhere else, but you like the ice?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
basically a tube. Some dust got in there and I call it a snow globe.
It's not even round. It's not even round.
So
It's
she's
like a test tube.
Yeah. Well, person-sized and
Oh.
I have snow dandruff.
It's
As you
Oh.
noticed.
This is
whoever stole it had big pockets.
this is getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's been 20 years?
Yeah. And I've been told she's been kept safe, though, in the lab.
Oh, who told you that?
The jailers.
Oh.
That's how they kept me so peaceful, because Nora would be there waiting for me when I serve my sentence.
Is the lab in the industrial area?
I don't know. I've been in prison for 20 years.
Okay, I
guys,
feel
settle
like
down.
we need to unpack this later.
I have a heart of ice, and I no longer feel
Not one
Yeah.
not one
feeling.
feeling.
Not one feeling.
Yeah.
So Harley, what's happening?
Well, those copycats stole our everything,
Yeah.
I guess. They think they could be us.
Do they think that we just left? Do they think that we weren't going to have a problem with this?
They're trying to claim the mantle for themselves.
Well, we can't let that happen.
No.
We have to show them who's boss.
They
Yeah.
also took our arena idea. I feel like that's the most important part.
That's plagiarism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think that usually if people came here, they'd also have to fight Batman.
Right.
And so if they don't, they
You know how many times I had to fight the Bat? Those guys haven't fought the Bat at all.
Yeah.
So do we have to be
The bat?
him now?
Oh, wait.
we have to be Batman?
Wait, what?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. It's kind of like your voice. Hold on. Do it again.
Wait, that's just my regular voice. This is-
Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
Batman.
No, I'm
Are you
Batman.
Batman?
I am. I
You're
am the
Batman?
Batman. We're all gonna be Batman.
But I am the Batman.
Yeah. Well, kind
I'm
of. That was still your
Batman.
normal voice.
Oh,
no, that was higher.
Uh-huh.
You went up. I needed you to go down.
Batman.
Blimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman.
Blimp.
Batman, but Batman.
Batman.
Where is she?
We should go fight.
Ooh,
That was
that suits you.
yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So what do we do?
They can't just come in and take it.
Yeah.
We've worked really hard to take over the city.
And we can be the ones in the death arena and we can kill them.
We will win, be victorious over them, and stand over their cold, lifeless bodies.
I love that idea.
This floral guy probably doesn't even care about the environment.
I honestly don't think he does.
Not at all.
He
Those
literally-
flowers look fake.
They do.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do you think?
We have to take him out.
Think of the turtles.
Yeah.
So we go be Batman.
Well, I don't think you want
I thought we were just kind of all, we were having a moment where we were.
Because I kind of want to sleep with him, but
It's just-
it's kind of
okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
this is new.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's a development for me.
20 years.
Oh, 20
Yeah.
years. Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
kind of have a will they, won't
Yeah.
they.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Wow.
it's a lot of cats and bats and plants and
And occasionally a clown.
a clown.
Yeah.
you should try getting a wife.
I agree.
I'm not opposed to it.
Right here.
Sorry. I'm not opposed to it.
To the arena then.
Right, we got
To
very
the arena.
sidetracked. To the arena.
Yes. Right. Okay. Are we just ready to go? Do we need to dress up? Should we? Are we dressing? We're not dressing like Batman. I'm sorry. I think I
What?
got lost
No,
in this.
we're not dressing
I
like
got
Batman.
lost in it. We were all doing the voice, and I got excited.
I think you're focusing on the bat and not so much the murder.
Not so much the man.
Okay. All right. A little more focus on the man. Understood. I have a hard time focusing on those. Okay. Let me grab something. And she starts like kind of rummaging through her things a little bit. And she goes, great. And she pulls out a jetpack that is all red on one side and all blue on the other. And she like straps into it.
And it's the opposite of the jacket.
Yeah. Opposite sides. Okay.
Harley,
Yes.
is that one just for one?
Not if we're very close.
Harley.
Open invite.
Could get us there via skating. How are your ice legs?
Honestly, not too bad.
I figured.
Yeah.
It was so graceful.
Oh, thank you.
I can just be on a giant leaf and kind of surf down the ice. Yeah, like sled down the ice.
It's called Uber. There's internet everywhere.
Uber
And,
killing me.
yeah, it's
Here.
my ride will be here soon.
Harvey,
Yeah.
why don't you try this?
Oh.
You want a jetpack?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, great. It's fine. I move very quickly.
That is true. You beat us to the roof and you were running.
I have a lot of energy.
All right.
It's my independence.
We're so proud of you.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Just like in a normal, I'm me and you're you,
Yeah.
proud of you type of way.
And we're us.
And we're on our way. Up on the top of the roof, there's
Yeah.
like a slope that appears from the freeze gun. It just goes down like a slide.
She throws down one last like bag of, it looks kind of like a little like bag of tricks essentially, and a few items stick out of it if any of you would like to grab something from it and take a look.
I'd love to take a look.
Roll a d6 for me. I'll have everybody roll who wants to look in the bag.
I think this is
I mean,
fun.
it's not bad.
Yeah, there's no bad roll
Okay.
in this.
I got a 1.
Okay, great.
That's a bad one.
Actually, that one. Yeah, no, that one,
Okay.
you fall out the window.
This is her little bag of tricks and treats, and the first thing that you pull out is a little canister.
Okay.
And it says "Open me" on top of it.
Harley, do I open this?
Yeah.
Beaker, away from your face.
Okay. And I like open it that way.
Snakes.
Yeah.
Actual snakes pop out of it.
Oh,
sorry.
come on.
Okay, sorry.
Harley.
And then she picks up another thing and she hands it to you.
Okay.
And it is a little like technical device, and it is a high-tech lock picker.
Oh.
All right, a high-tech lockpicker.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You put that on things, and then you.
And then it opens things.
Yeah, you'll probably know how to do it. I don't know.
All right.
Never been useful to me. What do we got?
5.
Pulling it out, you have something that pulls out, and it's 2 needles. These, they're just labeled very blatantly in big, bold letters that just say adrenaline on the 2 of them. You have 2 straight up adrenaline needles.
Sick.
You have adrenaline injections. This gives you a +2 for all tests for 5 rounds.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you crash.
So she
Heart will
looks at you
explode.
and she goes, I'm pretty sure both of those are adrenaline.
Pretty sure?
I am 65% sure those are both adrenaline.
Great.
Then why
Life's
did
a
you
gamble.
write adrenaline on them?
Well, because I was 65% sure they were adrenaline.
Okay.
Don't
Great.
know why I asked.
With your 1 as well, you pull out a pack of chewing gum.
Oh, sweet. Does it have like, is it powers or is it snakes or adrenaline or?
Should try chewing one. See what happens.
Those ones are actually my favorite.
What is I'm going along with the game with the shtick right now.
Yeah.
They're like Arctic freeze
I
flavored.
pull out a stick of chewing gum.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you've got one. There's 2 different colors that you can see in there. Like half of them are red and half of them are blue. And she goes, they're exploding chewing gum. If you put them together, they explode.
I actually love this. This is actually pretty cool.
Oh.
How they separated the colors. It's actually pretty cool.
One and one half one.
More things need to be made like this.
So exploding chewing gum, you can mix them together, and like 5 minutes later or rounds later,
stick it
they
on.
do 6d6 damage.
Oh!
And what was your roll?
A 3.
Okay. You pull out what looks pretty clearly like a medicine bag.
Oh.
You have the medicine man bag. It includes 3 doses of restorative healing that allows you to do 1d10 of healing each. Or you can heal a serious wound on a 15-hit check.
Copies that.
So I figure you're pretty scientific. You'd probably be pretty good at that.
Yeah.
All right. It all worked out.
A doctor.
Let's do it. And she just runs and leaps off of the edge
I have
of
the
the building.
jetpack. I have the jetpack. Clown, I have the jetpack.
And that's when I'll make the ramp to catch of ice.
And she just kind of slides as it lands down on it. And all of you are making your way to the stadium, right?
Yeah.
All right. You can't miss it. The bright lights shining into the sky from it. You come up to the edge of it. How are you getting in?
Mr. Freeze is sort of like taking the enjoyment of traveling freely through Gotham. So it's a very windy, twisty road, but he does lead back into the front doors of the arena.
Just right up to the front doors.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like you've been out of this for a while. We usually want to be a little more discreet at this
Oh.
point,
Yeah,
but
we're just going right in.
got a
We
little
have-
excited.
This is where you told me to go. I'm not afraid.
You're
I
right.
mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Maybe it's just a me thing. We should be a little more stealthy.
Play it cool.
As all of you are discussing this, directly next to the line of frost that slid you in here, wrapping out into the street is a line. A massive line of people in handmade costumes and with like various kind of like half animal anthropomorphized parts of their bodies. There are people of all sizes. There are people standing very tall over the crowd of it and very small under it, lining as far back as you can see down the road.
Look at all these posers.
Yeah.
Tourists.
The like look of disgust on my face, like it's almost palpable. Like I want a couple of people to turn around because they just feel how disgusted I am.
Is there like
at
a
all of this.
convention going on? Or, like, what's happening right now?
This
This
is
is just-
tournament.
Our city is turning into a bad clown factory. I was gonna say a clown factory, but not.
A clown factory is a dangerous place to be.
True.
The person who catches your look of disgust turns around and he is in a head-to-toe green spandex suit with a kite on his back as he turns to you and goes, "What? Come on. You gotta try.
It's
Kite Man!" Yeah.
Do we take him out now as a pity? I mean, he's Kite Man.
He's harmless.
We are trying to be stealthy. We are playing it cool.
And he's standing in line with everybody else. There are people that you recognize from Gotham, like small-time criminals, various other kind of like underpowered beings that do not exist on your level, but some of them do live locally. One and the same people from outside of Gotham, they are lined up down the street for this match at the Coliseum.
Are we friendly with any of them, or like if we were to
You
ask?
tell me. I would say you could also do that as like a willpower check, which is kind of like,
yeah, 'cause I can
like a charisma.
seduce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you tell me what your feelings are towards them, and I can tell you how many feel it back.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to Kite Man and kind of like place like my hand on his chest and be like, "What are you guys like doing out here?" Maybe you could tell me a little something.
Are you trying specifically to seduce him?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Roll your willpower for me.
Okie dokie.
I'll roll his.
I have a 17
Nice.
plus 8.
25.
20, yeah.
Kite Man starts like tripping over his words a little bit, and he's like, yeah, Ivy. Oh my God, I didn't know you would be here. That's crazy.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want my spot in line? Do you want my kite? Sorry, that was weird. I didn't mean to.
No, I think we actually were practically invited, like kind of like a VIP thing. But I was wondering what the general admission is for this. Like, what are you guys all in line for?
Oh, to fight, to challenge them, to be the new leaders of Gotham. If there's no Batman, then we can just take over. I mean, yeah, there's really not been much stopping us. And you do see like the shadow of like Robin's cape kind of leaping from building to building in the distance a little bit. And he's like, there are not enough of them to stop any of us, of course. So somebody's got to step up, and I figured, why not be Kite Man, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Oh, you sign a waiver that says...
No, I mean, what do you do?
Kite Man, yeah.
Kite Man specifically.
I use the kite to fly
Can you fly?
with a kite on my back.
Can you go from standing to flying, or do you have to jump off a building?
I need to jump off of something.
It's like the falling with style.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then how are you going to take over Gotham? I'm just really curious.
I mean, the edges of it are pretty sharp.
I've always loved your confidence. I really have.
Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah. Do you want to get out of here?
Actually,
I
think we were about to
running Gotham. Sorry, what?
We were about to head in, but like if you like, I'm sure you're next, right after us. So,
can I go with you guys?
No,
No.
definitely
No.
not.
No,
Yeah.
sorry,
No.
no.
Okay.
We have a kind of four
Cool.
thing going on,
Five,
and you would
which
be a
is the
five.
clown
We
five.
have the five
Five
thing going
thing
on, and you would be
going
like a 6.
Oh.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Right.
Yeah. Also, we already have a green, and your green is kind of not the right shade.
We'll save you some though.
Yeah.
You can come in, finish them as soon as we're done.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
with your kite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, hell yeah. Cool. Well, I'll see you guys in there.
Yes.
For sure.
Definitely.
Good luck.
Good luck next time, buddy. Good luck next time.
Yeah.
And I feel like
And
we
then I
all
put the
just walk
chewing
in-
gum on his back.
Do you mix it?
Yeah.
Do you mix it?
So
how
in 5
many-
rounds,
Or 5
great.
minutes, whatever.
I flipped the
gonna leave
coin.
that
I gotta do it.
How many of those were in the pack?
So yeah, you can split them up if you want to. If you want to take it, you can make up to 2.
No, he gets.
Yeah,
full
he gets
one.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you
I
split it up,
flipped.
no, but if you split it up, it would split the damage.
Yeah.
So, great.
Full one on
Just
your back.
blow him
Okay.
up.
That could be good for us actually.
There's
possibly.
going to be a big splash zone of this.
Yeah.
If it happens, we'll see. Head on in.
Yeah.
Are you guys just pushing through the line, going right
Yeah,
ahead?
like
Yeah.
pushing, but not even acknowledging. Like just full on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
on the way, just in the terms of anarchy, I feel like I want to just start slitting some arteries, just kind of as we go. Like the ones that look really weak,
Yeah.
you know, like pity, like they're not.
You're gonna start a fight. They're all gonna start attacking us.
That's fine. Because I was gonna say, as that's happening and we move forward
Yeah.
and like we get a little bit of resistance, I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn around and make a wall of ice to close the door
Yeah.
behind us. So.
Yeah.
What?
So there's a lot of people bleeding out
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your sense of anarchy?
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 That's well within your motives. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
All right,
it's-
great.
I'm here to cause chaos and look good while I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. Heading on in, we'll say,
Marsupial dude. Kleenex man.
That's a brand name.
It's a brand name,
Facial
dude.
tissue man.
Facial tissue man. Yeah.
yeah, you pass by a few that are like really clearly branded. You see Chainsaw Charlie, 2 chainsaws instead of arms, one on either side.
Yep.
With this, you see Gadgeteer Glenn. He is just covered in tech. He looks like he's out of almost like the Matrix in like a long coat, but he just has like kind of outdated tech all over, like something on his eye, something on his shoulder, and they just kind of look like mystery accumulations of motherboards and lights.
I like that guy.
It's so. Oh, I didn't even want to explain that to you.
He's like, it's so high tech.
Look at all the blinking lights.
Game Boy VR. Or
Yeah.
One of those old Nokia brick phones
Yeah.
on his shoulder.
Is that the light that attaches to the
Game
Game
Boy.
Boy? Wow, advanced.
Wow. You can see in the dark.
And you are at the front of the line. There is a bouncer at the front that some of you might recognize. He is massively tall, wears a mask over his entire face, has tubes running to his back. It's kind of like a luchador mask on it. He's dressed up with a suit as he stands there with like a clipboard and a list. And he looks up and goes, "All right, who's next?"
Who's next?
I would like to step forward because I have +5 to lying.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I was like, I want to go, "Hi there. We were personally invited.
Personally invited.
We were personally invited to just challenge that group directly and just kind of pass through all of these competitors. So if you could just step aside, we can move forward."
You were invited to skip the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah. Ooh, since we're agreeing, we can kind of assist with this.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys want to help?
Please
I have
help.
convincing of +5 bonus.
Yes.
For all willpower tests.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so grant the help. You will roll the same skill.
Okay.
And the DC is 10 for you to provide it.
Okay.
If you pass, they get a +2. If you crit, they get a +4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as many people can help as they want. So you will roll your own willpower test.
So I have 11, but I'm going to need some help.
All right, let's see what you got.
So it's 7 plus my modifier is 8, so 15, and
Okay.
then +5 is 20.
All right.
You give it a +4.
Yeah, so you
Okay,
give her a
so-
+4.
Okay.
So instead of the +2, you get an additional +4.
Okay.
Was anybody else backing it up, or you got letting these two kind of take the lead and handle it?
I take a -3 to all social interactions, so
you probably shouldn't get
Stand
involved.
back.
I'll
Yeah, you
back it
stand
up.
back.
I'd be
All right.
cool.
Yeah.
What
We're
do
at
I
20
add
right
for
now.
it?
So that would be, you're just rolling your own like willpower, which is your kind of like charisma.
Crit.
No way.
So,
you
plus
So
got
that's going to give her
+4.
another +4.
Yeah.
So 24.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Nice.
Go team.
Bane looks at you. Well, I don't have it on the list, but all right. And he kind of like steps out of the way a little bit and goes, "Good luck." And can like checks off someone else's name.
The whole list just
Yeah.
all right.
Pushes the door open.
Oh, good call.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just don't even question
Yeah.
it. Just
Yeah.
keep walking.
We just keep walking. Yeah.
And the door slams behind you. You stand in a wide open hallway that is out to the field in the center of this arena. And you can see the lights, like spotlights shining down, and you can see a couple of news crews are here. You can see like what the broadcast was. You can see that there is specifically a person with like a camera on their shoulder that is like handcuffed to like a pole that they've
Sure.
set there, like something really heavy on a weight that is there filming it. And then there's a couple of other journalists that seem to be like scattered around it trying to cover this event.
AstroTurf. I hate this place.
And there are the 5 villains that you saw on TV in the center.
We passed by the concession stand. A slushy machine.
Focus.
Okay.
Please focus.
I kind of want to look to Harley like this is
Oh, is me? What?
you're the mouthpiece of this team, aren't you?
Oh.
Listen up, nerds.
Okay.
Two-Face doesn't care.
Yeah.
Listen up, nerds. What are you doing here in Gotham?
And we strike a pose next to him. Intimidating.
I have like vines coming up from behind me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like we're showing we actually have powers. 'cause
Yeah.
we feel like these people
Yeah.
are just like fakes.
All of them immediately turn to look at you, and Julie, who has been kind of like leading in the broadcast at least, steps up, and she eyes each of you and like stares a little longer at Harley, kind of like, huh. Well, you've come to fight us. You've come to challenge. You want to rule Gotham?
We already do.
We do.
Dang.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been here.
Much longer than you.
Yeah.
Well, then where have you guys been for the last 3 days?
Arkham Asylum. Oh, then I got free, and now I'm here.
We've been busy. We don't have to prove ourselves to some
Yeah.
Yeah, who does this?
gaudy, try-hard, copycat,
Wannabes.
teenager wannabes. You look like you just got out of high school.
We
Can
have
you
s-
even drink?
We have stuff going on.
Yeah.
We're not claiming arenas and like putting on stupid shows.
Because this just proves that you guys are nobody if you have to do all this. Gotham is our city.
Yeah, I have a wife.
He does have a voice.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm just saying, if you guys rule Gotham, the Batman disappeared, and you guys didn't even do anything.
We were kind of doing a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, you don't know everything
We
that's
wouldn't have
going
been
on.
able to step up and take Gotham if there were people ruling it. We got this whole stadium. It was an awesome idea.
Okay, no, it was
Well,
our
it was
idea
actually our
first.
idea first.
So
Yeah.
that's
I'm sorry. And the woman in green and gold steps up from behind you, Julie, and removes her mask and goes, I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm sorry, Gaudy.
I'm not
Is
sorry.
that your name?
No,
That's cute.
that's what you are right now. Green and gold. That is disgusting, you absolute tramp. You're coming in here thinking that you can even have a part of Gotham when you look like that? Amateur hour.
It's called TikTok Live.
I don't like this.
I'm in the creator program. You have no idea how good this is gonna do.
I can't wait for this to come out after TikTok.
Exactly.
Sorry, you have to.
What?
You're on the front camera.
Oh.
which is very funny.
Oh, that was just me being third. Hold on.
Yeah, like the under chin shot.
No.
The camera guy turns to you and is just filming you trying to make a TikTok live, broadcasting it to all of Gotham.
Internet's everywhere.
Okay, so
So we just have to kill you, and then that will prove our point.
Yeah.
sure.
On guard.
Well,
All right.
well. What if we set some rules?
To
Aren't
the
you
death.
villains? Why are there rules?
Because it's not just about who can get the upper hand, it's who is the most powerful.
We are.
We are.
Yeah.
Well, 1v1, each of us, one attack. Yeah. The man in the suit hears the clink of the coin and immediately steps forward and goes, I don't like the odds of that coin.
Oh, you're gonna love that. I shoot him. I have strategist, which gives me like +3 to the initiative score. So my initiative is 22.
Now.
Roll it.
Cool.
Incredible.
Wait, do I have to?
Yeah, for ranged attack. But
Yeah,
you
you're
get
gonna roll your ranged attack.
Gotcha.
Just to see what it does, because like he is 100% surprised. These people are so unprepared for you.
22.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Okay. I rolled an 8. It explodes.
Oh!
Okay. Explodes again.
Oh my god.
take him out.
Oh my god.
And a 1. Okay. So 17.
Okay. He goes flying backwards from the impact because you're also shooting him at like point blank range too. And I'm not gonna give you. It's not like it's the disadvantage of it. It just knocks his ass back. And he goes like soaring backwards onto the field on his back, and his coat like falls open a little bit, and like dice fall out, and like cards, and like they're definitely like weighted dice on either side of him, kind of rolling out around him. And this dude is like, he's not dead, but he's not getting up.
Dying. face. That's a stupid gimmick.
That was good.
All of them immediately ready into positions and go, hold on, and they try to like get into fighting positions. The Floronic man steps up with these like heavy, thudded steps and goes, well, that's not fair. We weren't even ready.
Oh
In the middle of that, I want to whip the cat girl. And it's a sneak attack because she wasn't ready, right? Okay, so that's...
They literally said
Yeah.
the words, we weren't
we weren't ready. Okay, so let me roll. Good God. Poor girl. Okay, I'm going to roll the hit first.
Okay, I've got it.
So that's a 15 plus 14. What is that? A 28?
15 plus 14 is 29.
29. So it's a
29.
29 to hit.
Yeah, 29 does in fact
Is that
hit.
over 10?
Yes.
Okay.
So that does crit.
So then I roll the damage twice.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, that's 1, 3. I'm going to roll again.
Okay.
That's a 5 and then plus 2.
Okay.
So that's 10. And then because of the sneak attack, 1d6 damage.
Great.
So that's another d6.
Yep, let's go.
That's another 3, so that's 13. And then I think that's all I can do.
You crack the whip on her, as you've described it, gaudy,
gaudy.
golden green top, and it does like slash it a little bit in the like classic like Star Wars style, makes it into a crop top.
Oh no, fashion.
But it also leaves like a solid lash mark right across her stomach that you can actually see on it, and she gasps in pain from it, and it's like, is that's her one move though, right? That counts.
No.
That counts.
No, it
and
doesn't.
she's looking up at the stands behind her. And then she is going to turn around and try to attack you back. Because there's no rules anymore.
Yeah, the rules are over.
You guys broke all of the rules. You broke initiative.
What's a rule?
So she is going to try and dive towards you with the sword on her back, and she's going to try to slash down. And does a 16 hit.
Exactly hits.
All right, that's the second time I meet pizza.
Yep.
And she is going to slash at you with, 5 points of damage.
I want to look at her, like look down at her, super unamused and completely unfazed.
When she slices towards you, like she wants to go for your head, but she just clips one of your ears on your costume.
You can see like the rage building, like I'm like shaking a little bit.
A little hiss, but
Yeah.
on the inside.
I look it down her, I'm like, you absolute bitch.
And the others step up now, kind of like ready to do this here.
Like female dog, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you. It was unintentional, but
Yeah, very good, very good.
Don't own it. Yeah.
The Floronic man steps in front of you. He is toweringly tall, standing about 7 feet. And it looks like he is made of 50% plant. Oak, bark covers his midsection, and greenery grows out of his shoulders and his head as he like lumbers towards you.
You're very proud of yourself for that.
Thank you.
oh, lumber.
Just anybody
Ah.
wants
Wow.
to.
Oh,
Thank
I
you
do
very
this
much.
together.
It's very
good.
good. Very,
Thank
very
you.
good.
And he's going to kind of like eye you up, standing, towering over you. You and the Floronic man have the same initiative, so we're gonna do a roll off for who's gonna go first.
Plant off.
Plant off.
I'm
It's just
very.
us in
I'm
the
planted in
stands.
place though, so
Yeah.
you're
It's
gonna
us in-
have to
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Do it.
Plant off.
There we
Plant
go.
off.
do 20,
Yeah, we're just gonna do a flat d20.
I got a slushie.
What do you got?
16.
That is an 8.
Nice.
So, you're up first.
I'm gonna try to convince him and be like, why do you even want to do this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like you'd be so much better on your own. You don't need this team. You don't need to be fighting this way.
Ooh, all right, roll for it.
Okay.
And it's a contested roll, you said?
Yes,
Okay.
versus their intelligence.
Ooh, okay.
How smart are trees, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
is it?
It's a 2.
Oh no.
God.
Do you want to use another one of your rerolls?
Oh, yeah.
You're at the end of the session and you have 5.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then you add your wisdom to it too.
Yeah.
18 plus 8, 26.
Plus 2.
28.
28.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a 6 on the die.
So that's more than double.
So yes, that is a crit. So you are now going to roll to like essentially persuade. Are you going to attack? Are you going to use that as like an opening?
I want him to be almost like entranced by what I'm saying.
Okay.
So that I can walk up to him, and as I'm walking up to him, I pull out lipstick.
Nice.
And I start to put lipstick on very seductively.
Yeah.
And I want to get as close as possible to him, and I know he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So as I'm kind of doing that, I have like vines lifting me up so that I'm face to face with him, so that then I can grab, I don't know, like his shoulder, like here, and like pull him closer and closer to me. And
It's a branch.
Grab his branch.
I'm branching out to him.
They're extending an olive branch.
Wow.
Exactly. So I'm trying to persuade him to kiss me.
Just a little kiss.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is very convinced. Again, that was a critical success. So you do see his like lids start to go like a little heavier. His eyes almost at like a half shut, very relaxed. And he is almost like bending a little bit to meet you as you rise up on those vines. And he is staring into your eyes, absolutely smitten, kind of leaning forward towards you.
Okay, so I kiss him, yeah.
Absolutely. Is there an effect of your kiss from your lipstick?
It's almost like a plumping gloss feeling, where it's like a little tingly.
Yeah. And your lips are huge.
Yeah. So I, reach in, but he's already leaning in like he wants it. I've convinced him.
100%.
And our lips touch, and as soon as they do, it hits him, and his like eyes go big, as almost he like feels it instantly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I screwed up. Like, oh my God. Oh no. Ow.
Yeah.
And
I imagine all his plants start to shrivel up.
yeah, he starts
Molt.
shriveling and like drying up,
Yeah.
and hopefully he cracks and falls on the ground.
You lean in, and he does start to wilt, essentially, as he shrinks down past your eyesight now into a much smaller, like kind of, he's a bit of a twig, if you will, as he kind
Sapling,
of
really.
wilts down below you and stands closer to about 4.5 feet.
Oh, short king.
Yeah. Like those trees that need the little stick to help them grow.
They have like the
That's where
little
he's
green
at.
like string around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks like a little tippy at this, and is still in this kind of trance from it that he hasn't snapped out of yet to even be upset. But you do see that like 2 hands go up at the person in the stands, like, come on. But that's in the distance. All right, stepping up next, the gambler is trying to get up. He is alive and getting back up and kind of holding the wound. Did you shoot him like center mass?
Yeah, sure. Right in the gut.
Yeah, and he's like
slow.
getting up. He's like, that wasn't much for sportsmanship, I guess.
I'm looking at him like I'm going to kiss him. Like exactly what just happened. Like, and then I want to shoot him again.
First, roll your willpower. So I know if he leaves, you're gonna kiss him.
That's funny.
But you have to specifically turn this side of your face to him.
Okay.
Oh, maybe he's into
Yeah,
it.
19.
A 19.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Little freak. A freak to match your freak.
Yeah.
He bleeding, kind of like.
Welcome to Gotham. Shoot him again. What are you doing?
I thought we were having a moment. I felt like this would be good for people to see on television.
So dumb.
Yeah, absolutely roll it.
Okay.
You are most definitely probably going to hit him because of your willpower roll. It's mostly see the damage.
Okay, you want to roll
Yeah.
just damage?
Still roll it just in case it
Because
crits.
you crit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can essentially crit fish.
18 plus 8.
26.
Okay, his defense is 13.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
crit, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you get triple damage because of your specialty.
Oh my god.
Cool.
His poor man.
Yeah.
This man is done.
2, 7,
9,
5.
14.
Okay. 14 additional points of damage. You're just firing.
Yeah, I'm just, yeah.
Kiss this.
I like to imagine
Victor!
Don't use my real name. It's Mr. Freeze.
This is for Nitrous Nate. Tell him hello. You know, it's a guy we killed earlier.
Yeah.
You had to be
He's
there.
bleeding.
You had to be
like
there.
already
Hey,
shot
wake
him.
up! Wake up!
Get my
What? Hey, listen! I'm just a dude. Wake up! This guy sucked. Stupid dice. Take your stupid dice, too.
Where are you putting them?
Inside his jacket.
I don't know why I thought you were putting them. Nothing.
I thought you were shoving him in
Take
his
your
mouth
stupid
I
dice.
don't know what about it. Really, shoving them in.
Like taking it out of his pocket and shoving it in his mouth.
No.
Okay, great.
Then I want to be like, I want to go to the guy in the arena and be like, are you not entertained?
Yes.
And he's too far away to like say anything back, but you can see like visible signs of discontentment.
Maybe he does, but we just can't hear him because he's so far away.
Yeah, and he's like. All right, and Captain Cold, with his large frost gun,
He outranks
steps
me.
up to you, and he looks at you and goes, "If you're a doctor, why do you go by Mister?"
So no one can find me. And I will raise up my freeze ray. Am I taking my action at this moment too?
Here, we'll do a roll.
Yeah.
Freeze off.
9.
Okay. He's up first. He is going to charge up his freeze ray. Okay, perfect.
I just want to tell everyone that Saige likes the person who plays this character on Legends of Tomorrow.
In fact, there is a giant stuffed body pillow of him in the green room.
Wow.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
what that was?
purchase
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was a gift from a viewer.
Wow.
This was a gift from one of our moderators, actually.
So you like the character, you find the dude hot.
I like the character, but I like the actors. This is really. I like the actor's character on a different show.
yeah.
Gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
fine. It's Prison Break, everybody.
Oh.
Shocking. Saige is talking
Prison
about
Break.
Prison Break.
Gotcha.
Michael Schofield, everyone. Okay. He's going to make a ranged attack, and okay, it's not going particularly well. That is a 10.
Not good enough.
He's going to look at you and go like, freeze.
Yeah.
You. Okay. Is it?
Can I add on?
Yeah.
He has a special ability with the Way of Cold that if he gets attacked with ice, it's negated by 10 points of damage that he would have taken. And so he's sort of like absorbing this into his suit, and it's just making him stronger.
Yeah. So he was going to. He wasn't going to hit you successfully. He tries to. But yeah, he couldn't even. So he does just kind of bolster you a little bit and like spray you and is like, I didn't think this through.
Yeah.
And do as you will.
My turn. And I'll point the freeze ray at Captain Cold, and there's like a knob on the side, like a dial.
Yeah.
And he is looking like he's going to pull the trigger, and all of a sudden aims up directly above him and starts firing the freezing ray. As it goes out, it creates this tip of ice, and he cranks the dial as he moves up to create a spike that of ice, basically an icicle that he's making above this guy. And as soon as he finishes it, it drops.
I do roll to hit and roll damage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
to hit with that.
Or should I say freezes?
Oh no!
Nice.
Use your.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
gotta
have
I
your
have
one.
my
You
expert-
have your
Yeah,
one.
you gotta
Yeah.
reroll
Okay,
that.
so well, I got a 2 plus 8 is 10, and if I add the 10, it'll be a 20.
The defense is 12.
Yeah, so close.
So
Anybody
close.
assist me? I can get that extra 2.
I can crack the whip to make the force of the icicle a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I can like crack the top of it.
All right, roll it.
13.
That's good. It has to be over 10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So that
13.
succeeds. You get a +2 to it.
22.
22.
Now I crit.
Now you crit.
Now I doubles his damage. So first, that's 7, 10. So 20 points of damage.
Okay. That comes crashing down on him. And though he is still breathing. The thing about Captain Cold is, as opposed to you, who is like bolstered by cold and like an actual special ability, this dude's in a winter coat.
Yeah. Parka.
Yeah. Right. This isn't the ice is not helpful.
We are
for
not
him.
the same.
Ice crashes down and it fractures a little bit, pinning him to the ground,
Yeah.
as well as the stab. And how many points of damage was that? It was
20.
yeah. He's not getting up either. He's, again, still alive, still breathing, but is completely incapacitated by this. And when all of you kind of finish your interactions with these people,
Before we move on,
Yeah.
I want to wrap one hand around the back of Cheshire's neck and actually kiss her, and then dig my nails into her back.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
amazing.
I feel like that's a specialty attack.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a specialty attack.
Okay, so roll your dexterity against hers.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. What is your modifier on your dexterity? What is your
Plus 6.
+6? Okay. You've got her by 1.
I'm going to use my last exploit point and add 10 to it.
Okay.
Yes. So now that's 26.
That makes the discrepancy.
Yes, of 10.
Right. So now you can add that to your attack.
I can add 10 to my attack.
Yeah, and your damage.
And my
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. This is going to be so sad for her. She shouldn't have worn such an ugly outfit.
Yeah.
She's about to take a cat nap.
Right, she is.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
so 11 plus
She would like to be
14.
sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah. Oh, and fish is tasty. So,
Hey.
Harry situation.
so that's 24 to hit.
Okay, a 24 definitely hits.
Okay, cool.
That
Technically
is
a 34.
over.
Oh, that's a crit then.
Wow. Yeah, so the defense is a 16. So
I technically rolled a 34. So,
that's definitely a crit.
Yeah.
so 1d6 twice, and then I add 10, and then I add 2 because of
Correct.
my +1.
Yes.
Okay, oops. All right,
You've
that's
lost me on the math even.
2 plus
You're too good.
3, so that's 5, 15, 16, 17 points of damage.
What does it look like? What is this attack? You're just going straight in claws?
So I bring her into a kiss because I want her to think like, oh, we've made up. Like, actually, let's just make out like
Yeah.
girlies, you know,
Yeah.
like girly pops making out with girly pops.
Hey, kitty girl.
Like, hey, kitty girl, exactly. And as I feel like she's probably getting into it, I want like with force, like dig my nails into the back, into her back, and I want to slice down, and so you just see like deep red gash bleeding out, and then I want to whisper in her ear, "Never dress like this again," and I want to push her to the floor.
Ribbons of the green costume and a little bit of skin peel down her back and land on the ground next to her as she collapses next to you, unconscious.
More than one way to skin a cat.
Oh!
Good.
And then, as suggested,
What are you guys talking about over there?
Shut up, Bane.
for the last little bit of flavor, like a cat, I lick the blood off my gloves. Just,
Perfect.
Yeah.
You look over and you see Harley standing on top of Jewel, or on top of Julie, just like on her body with her big hammer. She literally didn't have anything.
oh, she's just a person?
Basically, yeah.
Oh.
And she has kind of a codependency issue. Sucks.
Hate to
Couldn't
see
be
it.
you.
Yeah.
No,
Couldn't be you.
she's better as a duo. Okay, well, I guess we own Gotham now. Good for us.
Yeah.
We rule! We rule!
Into the camera?
Into the camera, because there's like scared cameramen on the sideline.
Yeah, and the person is definitely just like, and like leaning back a little bit as you lean forward. And you can see the person in the stands start to kind of make their way down, and he makes his way to like the edge of the stands and goes up to like a microphone. I don't suppose any of you are interested in being mindless drones or lackeys?
No, thank you.
No,
Good,
absolutely not.
Even with the promise of eternal life?
I sort of already have that. It's just very cold.
I also feel like you're lying.
The world is already dying. I don't want to see it anymore.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. And he turns and runs back up the stairs as you see the billowing cape of Rosal and out towards the like pedestrian exit of the stadium, making his way out of it. The two of you, both out of just the corner of your eye, as there's like a slight flicker of the moonlight above you, see an undoubtedly familiar shadow. The shape of a bat flying overhead, moving in the direction where Ra's al Ghul just headed out, as he cascades over the stadium itself.
You're welcome.
What direction is he running? Like, I know he's like really high up, but is the high up part like above the entrance of the
It's
stadium?
the opposite side.
Yeah, maybe Kite Man was over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
The other way, and bang! A massive explosion goes off outside. The sound of screams, immediate sirens going off. It is on the opposite side of the Coliseum from where Batman was just headed. And you actually see over, because it's like a big like Coliseum of a stadium, essentially. It starts to kind of like rain a little bit.
Oh, is it red rain?
Or ash.
A bit like it feels like hail.
Oh.
I'm just saying, it's a stupid name. It's so dumb. No one cares. It might as well be called Rhombus, man. It made no sense. Like everything, I'm just like picking off stuff as I'm like walking out of this. We had 3 really nice days, and these guys wasted it. I kick one of the bad guys in the field. I'm just like trying to walk off this field. So stupid.
Oh. Take a calming breath. You're going to just chill.
But he already came back.
Oh.
That signal has flicked off in the sky, and though chaos is still erupting outside, it is returning to a familiar chaos to you. As you step out of it, the line has dispersed, and you can actually see people
Literally.
running. Yeah. People that were, not exactly in the blast zone. I mean, there is clearly like a crater just outside.
The kite survived, though. It's still
The
there.
kite just
Yeah.
Singe on it.
So dumb.
into the crater, and you can see in the distance other people that were at like further back in the line taking off from either the explosion or the sighting of Batman. Who could really say? As to some extent, you all just saved Gotham.
Ew.
That's totally gross.
But it's our Gotham.
And at least we don't have to compete with all of this anymore.
I think everyone got the message.
My wife! And I'll take off.
Bane, still standing at the door, kind of looks at all of you and is like, do you want to hang out?
I got a thing going.
We could kind of start a thing, like as a group.
I start like putting on jewels and like kind of taking off the suit. So like a really nice outfit comes and I'm like, sorry, I have an appointment to try and get that locked down. So I start heading to where Batman went. I'm like, I have a date. He doesn't know it yet, but I have a date.
I gotta get going.
Okay, sure.
And I turn on the rocket.
The jetpack.
But I feel like the jetpack, like with my weight, wouldn't go that high up. So I'm just like kind of just like hovering a little bit. And I'm just like,
As Bane watches you go.
gotta go. Trying to like make it go faster.
Ivy, it's good to see you.
Yeah, and then I just take the reins and I swing like towards the industrial area of Gotham.
Can you take Harley with you? Like,
Yeah, I just feel like just before this all, you like texted me and I thought something was gonna happen, and I'm like, I thought maybe we could just that way. And then I just like rope you in the vines and I just like take you and you go off that way.
She throws her mallet over her shoulder and throws an arm around your neck and goes, "Take me away." As you just kind of sail off, leaving Bane standing at the entrance with his clipboard. He kind of wanders into the Coliseum and the doors close behind him.
I was born in the darkness.
As we pull back to a Gotham slowly being put out of fires and starting to rebuild, plant life growing in the distance. And that is where we will leave you.
Woo!
Good job saving Gotham, everybody. To all of you, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. We really appreciate it. This was very cool. It was super fun to play in Gotham with you all. If you want to play it for yourself, check out Batman Gotham City Chronicles. The link will be in the description below that you can check it out for yourself. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You can
that was
own
fun.
characters.
Yeah.
You can play as beloved characters from your favorite comic books. You can be heroes, you can be villains, you can make up your own. It's a great time, so check it out. The link will be right there, and we'll go around and tell everybody who you are and who you've been. Starting with Mica.
Hi, I'm Mica Burton. I have been Catwoman, or have I always been Catwoman?
Wow.
I've always been
Yeah.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Instagram at Mica Burton, and that's pretty much all I'm doing. So, love you.
Dre, welcome to the channel for the first
Yay!
time.
This was so cool. Like, Batman is like my favorite, like, and Gotham is like my favorite superhero like world franchise. So this was like so cool. But I'm Dre Ronayne. I was playing Pamela Aisley, aka Poison Ivy, and this is very cool.
Hi, my name's Carlos.
Oh my God!
You can find me on all social media under Carlos Crits.
Look that way.
Okay.
And who's this? Yeah.
Who's that?
Who's that one?
Hey, what's up? My name's Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Yes, and I am Xander Jeanneret. I've played Dr. Victor Freeze.
It's so much more disturbing without the
So
graphic.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here.
Get in there.
We did it.
We made it
We
happen.
made it here. Follow me everywhere. At
Yeah.
Xanderific. That's with an X, 2 R's, and 1 F.
Did you find your wife?
My wife, Nora.
My wife.
She's in a tube, and I just spend my evenings caressing the tube.
Okay, and we're done.
All right.
She can hear me.
Thank you very
pan out.
much. I have been your game master this evening. My name is Saige Ryan. I go by Not Sage everywhere on the internet, and you can always find me on Pixel Circus. That's it, everybody. Take care, have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Stay cool.